So earlier this year, I decided to take part in something that was called 24 and 24. The point was to read 24 banned or challenged books. It's December, I'm nowhere near 24 books. I was also reading things before that, so I was reading stuff in between. But I did finish a few. Not as much as I would like, so maybe I'll have to do a 25 and 25. Those books already pretty much were on my main TBR. I just wanted to try and get to them this year, but they will be read. One of them that I did finish, though, is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. So I heard a lot of mixed things about this one, mostly good, but you know, that's with any book. Whether it's challenged or not, there's always praise and criticism. But I am on the side where I think this book is very thoughtful, very well written. It's from a life experience different than mine, so I can't comment on everything, but writing style and stuff like that, I think was very well done. I think the pacing was good. I thought the characters were believable and everything. Nothing seemed too stretched out, or things didn't like lag or anything. So yeah, pacing, characters, all that really well done. I'm really glad that it was told from first person perspective. I always love that in books. I know some people really don't like first person, but I think it really depends on the story. And I think for this type of story, it was very important to be in the head of the main character. So The Hate U Give is about a girl named Star. I believe her name is Star Carter. And Star basically kind of has to live a double life in a way. So she is a young African American girl who lives in a not so great neighborhood. And her parents pretty much have put all the money they have, really, to send her to like another town, basically, to have the chance to go to a better school than she would in her neighborhood. And this school, I believe, is like a private school. I don't think it's like a religious school, but it is a private school from what I remember. So wealthy kids, predominantly white kids. She is one of the only people of color, like one of the only African Americans in her whole school. I think there's like maybe one or two more, but it's predominantly white. Her boyfriend is white. So she feels like she has to kind of be two different people. She has to be the people that fit in with her school and, who she thinks she has to be at home. And the story starts out with her being at a party, back where, closer to her neighborhood and everything, and she sees a friend that she hasn't really seen for a while. And they get to talking, and he goes to take her home, right? Stuff happens, but I'm not going to give away everything, because then, I'm just giving the whole book away. But incidents happen, so they decide to leave, and on the way back, he gets pulled over. Things happen, and he is shot by the officer, and unfortunately passes away. And so the book takes on from there about Star witnessing her friend being killed, and the things that she is dealing with in the aftermath, what people think about him, because, he had to do certain things to, live and everything, things that, may not have been legally or morally correct, but he had to do what he had to do to survive and everything, and people were just judging him on that instead of knowing what led to that, and basically kind of saying he deserved, what happened to him, or it's not as sad as people are making it out to be. And she's mad because, they're not viewing her friend as a human being. And her uncle, who I believe is I think her mom's brother, is a cop. And he knew the officer that had killed her friend. I believe his name was Khalil. And so there's just a whole bunch of different opinions and everything that's kind of being thrown at this poor girl, right? Because she's trying to, defend her friend, and she's trying to just deal with the way people are thinking and stuff. Some of just the pure ignorance of people. And, there's her boyfriend who doesn't understand everything, and her one friend that is really freaking ignorant. Her listening to her parents' ideas, and they're bickering and everything, because you got the father who obviously is very mad about what happened to his daughter's friend, and again, the mom whose brother is a cop and everything, who doesn't seem to fully defend the officer, but it kind of seems like he's trying to make them see a certain perspective, right? So while it was told from Star's point of view, you did see different perspectives. Whether you agreed with them or not, they were there. So I rated this one. I believe I gave it a 5-star. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I recommend this book. Eventually I will pick up her other ones. But yeah, this one is on the sad side. Very depressing at times, given its material, so just be warned, this is about a very serious, heavy topic. So if you're not in the right mood or headspace to read that kind of thing, obviously, maybe save it for later, but I definitely recommend at some point you pick it up, because, like I said, well written, great characters, and good pacing. So let me know what you thought of The Hate U Give. Bye-bye, everybody.